is there anybody out there? Hello, I'm just popping on to talk to you all with regard to sorry, just straighten out a little bit. I'm not straight. Don't know whether I can't see if there's anybody's actually there. I can't see anything at all at the minute. I'm not used to this. I've only actually been doing, I think I did my first live a week ago. So this is quite nerve-wracking. But I'm here to talk about how I got into how I got into this business when I joined Unique, and how I've really sort of gone from there. It's all about sort of hitting sales and setting yourself personal targets. I work well. Well, I work better if I've got some personal targets to actually hit. I sort of feel more comfortable if I sort of challenge myself, sort of thing. I've only been with Unique for 5 months, sorry. But the first month I didn't really do anything. I was just sort of playing with the makeup, playing with sort of finding my feet, I think, is probably the best way of putting it. But now I do sort of have a little bit more of a strategy that I tend to stick to. One of which is from the very first of the month, of each month, I try and get my PRS to 500 as quickly as I possibly can. And then that kind of helps me to sort of have that level to work from. This is just something that I do. I don't know whether it would work for other people, but it is just something that I do myself. And then as soon as I've hit that, as soon as I've got my 500, I can then work with other members of my team to try and get all of them up to their 500. That's what I've been. Hi May. Oh, there's somebody actually on now, I can see. Couldn't see anybody before, so I'm glad there are people on. So that's just something that I do, and the way I sort of do that is by I post constantly. I post not just on my main profile, on my Facebook page. I post a lot, not always to do with makeup, not always to do with Unique. I post a lot about my life. I post positive quotes. I post lots of things throughout the day, but I do tend to throw in unique things as well, and that's what I do on my actual Facebook page. I also have a group which I've put all my makeup loving people into the group, and I post, well, I pretty much posted selfies right from day one, explaining what I've used and all the rest of it. So basically giving a list of everything that I've used, and that does generate sales. I have only just gone live. I think it was last week. It was a week ago that I did my first live, and I'm not finding them very easy at the moment. I will admit that, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. And it's probably easier to explain and for people to see how you're actually doing it. I hello Linda, hi Sharon, hi Hannah, hi wifey. I do feel a bit sometimes I kind of feel like I'm going through the motions, but I do have sort of I do stick to the same things every single day. So but obviously the only things I really change is maybe colours I'm using, or sort of I'll try and obviously sell bits that are either, like at the moment we've got a sale on, so I'm using bits in the sales. And I just try and keep things fresh and interesting and very, very positive. I just think the more positive energy that you can give out, people tend to be more positive towards you, and you become very approachable. I talk about what I'm using all the time. I'm a hairdresser by trade, so I have a lot of my customers. Obviously, the first thing they see is me. So a lot of them are sort of saying, "Oh, you've done something different. You've done so." So you start talking about the makeup. I've always carry whatever shade lipsticks. I've always been a big lipstick fan, so I'd say that the biggest thing I do is with my lips. So I always carry whatever I'm using that day, and I will say, do you know what? If you like it, here, try it. Try it. I carry it with me because I want people to try it, but I don't carry it with me because I have to use it every 5 minutes or something, because it lasts all day. But it's always handy to have whatever you've got on your face. Just have it with you. Not everything, obviously, but it's just so when you're out and about and somebody passes a nice comment, you talk about it. And I've had a lot of sales just by wearing the makeup and going out and telling people what I'm wearing. But it is a case of I literally do the same thing every day, and the way I see it, if you keep casting, it's like a fisherman. If he keeps throwing maggots in the same place all the time, he's going to get a bite. There are days when you don't get anything, so I mean that's pretty much part of the course with a lot of different things. But it does spark interest. You may not think it is, but it does spark interest, and you do get it. You get it later on. It's like all those little ripples that you're throwing the stones in the thing. You will get a massive wave that come through eventually. So just be patient. Just sit there and be patient, and it doesn't matter if you're you might feel like you're sending the same messages all the time, and you're repeating yourself, and you feel like you're hitting a brick wall every single day because you're sending all these messages and getting nothing back, or people ignoring you, or what have you. The more you post and the more you see, the more you sort of slightly hinting that this is the way forward, this will help you. Every time I make a purchase with my unique card, I post about it. I bought a washing machine last week because mine broke straight, and couldn't have it fixed, and it was like, at least I have this to fall back on, so I didn't have to worry about going out and buying a new washing machine. I've got a new Hoover coming next week, so again I shall take a photo with my unique card and post it, and more people see it, they're like, you know what, I want some of this action. And they might not tell you. And in fact, I've got hopefully this week, a new sponsor this week, simply by using my unique card, paying for a meal in the pub. But the waitress said, well, what's that? Well, I haven't heard of that before. And when I told her it was a company that I work for, and this is what we do. We sell makeup, and she happened to be a qualified makeup artist. She was working in a pub. Hopefully I've got her sponsored next week, when she's paid. So you never know who is looking. And also post on your stories. That's another thing that I'm not as consistent with. I will be honest. I forget. But the more you do, people don't always see your posts, and they don't always like your posts. They don't always comment on your posts, but you can see who's looked at your story. And if you see the same person looking at your story on a regular basis, message them. Just don't say anything about, I don't talk about Younique until either they kind of come round to the subject, or I bring them round to the subject. But I might just say, hello, how are you? I've noticed you've been looking at the story a lot lately. How are you? How are things? If it is somebody that you know quite personally, you can sort of say, oh, you know, I haven't seen you for a long time. Just build up a connection. I message, but before I do anything else in the day, after I've posted either my selfie of my makeup look, I message at least 20 people, and it quite randomly. I message them, ask them how they, ask how they are. But I always make sure at least 10 of them are new people that I've come into contact with, or, just different people to what I've been talking to before. That way, I just feel that I'm sick, and it does work. It's quite bizarre how I didn't realise Facebook worked like that. That when you make a contact with somebody, you start seeing their posts, so they start seeing your posts, and that way it does all work together in that way. So basically that's what I've been doing. As I say, not necessarily about makeup. I haven't been bombarding my Facebook page with makeup all the time. I haven't. It might be, today I had half an hour sat with the hedgehog, my daughter's hedgehog, and I took a little video and posted it, because I was just having a bit of family time with one of the pets. I think just doing things like that, people relate to you, and you might strike out. I've had a random conversation about a hedgehog, because they thought I'd just taken it out of the garden, and I was like, no, it is an actual pet. But it sparked off another conversation. I went onto Facebook later, and I could see their posts, and I hadn't seen their posts for, well, I can't remember the last time I saw them. So it does generate. Just keep your social media active, very, very active. I'm quite good at doing that anyway. But I just think, while you sat there, I'm a bit of a random scroller. So once I start just scrolling randomly, instead of doing that, actually read them, like somebody's post. If you see a girl on your Facebook, and she's got a lovely selfie, she's got lots of, she's done her makeup lovely, she's taken a lovely photo, she's made it as a new profile picture, like it, comment on it, and do that for more of your posts, so that people you just sort of spreading the love out there a little bit more. There's quite anything like that, really. That's the only sort of thing I've been doing. I got to I can't believe how this has completely changed. 6 months ago, I would not have sat here doing this. Never in the world of God, really. But I just, it's overwhelming, really. I do get quite emotional about it. Like today, I had my pink status charm come through the from Unique, and to think I hit pink status last week. Last week, like the end of February, um, was just amazing. It's an amazing feeling that you have done that, and that means that you're actually helping other people into this company, and getting them involved. So the more, it just makes me want to help other people and help them do it as well. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else really. But I literally talk about it all the time, all the time. To anybody that will listen. So, and that's what I think is just so important. I mean, I wouldn't say I've got like a massive circle of friends, but I see a lot of women. I see a lot of women sort of, in and around my circles. I've got obviously my hairdressing clients. I attend Slimming World, so I have like Slimming World members that are mainly women. And when you realise that you're actually helping these women feel a little bit better about themselves, and even sort of your customers, I'm trying to talk a couple of my customers. I can see they love the makeup so much that they're trying to, they're actually changing their whole makeup over to Unique makeup. So I'm like, why don't you join the company? Why don't have a little think about it? Because you're going to be buying all this makeup from me, which is wonderful, which is great, but you could have the commission yourself. You could do it. You could change all of your makeup that you're trying to do anyway, but you can do it, and you could be then getting your makeup for free, rather, or with your commission that you sell and all the rest of it. So it's just another way of you spreading the love of the makeup. You're getting another sponsor. You're getting somebody else in your team, because your customers have different circles of friends to you. So by you giving them the opportunity to do the business and to work the business, they tell all their friends about it. So you've got their friends buying from them, which will still benefit you in the long term. So again, I just think, don't always think that, oh, that's great, I've got a new customer, and I've taught them into sort of, now they've had this one product, or that they're talking about having other products. That's more commission for me, more PRS for me. Don't just think of it as that way. Think of the bigger picture as well. And I think that, because that, to me, that is sort of the way forward, sort of thing, because you can't just sit and, well, I suppose you could, but you are better with a team of people around you, and that's what I'm learning at the moment. I'm quite happy to get to my 500 PRS as soon as possible, then help the rest of my team hopefully get up to the 500 PRS as well, which will be brilliant. But I'm also wanting a couple of new team members every month as well. And like I said, I'm relatively new to it, so I don't know whether this is what every presenter does. I don't know, but this is what I'm doing, and until it doesn't work anymore, I won't change it. I haven't really sort of gone down the route of affiliates and stuff yet. I've kind of tested the water a couple of times, but I'm very different in. I find it quite. I find organising other people a little bit difficult. So affiliating hasn't completely worked for me yet, but I'm in the affiliate group that's just started this week, and I'm really sort of testing the water and things with that this week. So I am always looking at other options. I am always sort of looking to expand my knowledge a little bit more. So I think you have to. I think you do have to do that. But you also have to do what you feel comfortable doing and what you feel confident doing. Like I say, I hadn't done a live until last week. It terrified the life out of me, but I have done a few now, and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable doing them, rather than, I wouldn't say as I'm overly confident, but I'm getting there. I'm certainly better than what I was a week ago. Certainly, well, sitting here tonight is just amazing. I don't know whether I've got anything really to add to that. That's basically what I do. I'm very privileged to have such a brilliant upline in Becky, and I do want to thank her because she's amazing. She's sort of got me to where I am already, and that means a lot to me. And I can't wait to go to Bristol with her for the leadership training. I think I'm really going to benefit from that. I can't wait for that. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. I've done it. So, no, I don't. I honestly can't think of anything else I can add to that. I'm just going to go through my list. No, I think I've covered pretty much everything that I do. So yes, Becky is a star. She's so good. She's so good, and she's so patient. She's lovely because I ask her questions all the time, and I've probably asked her the same question over and over and over and over again. But she always answers. She's always there for me. She's absolutely amazing. Love her to pieces. So I don't think there's anything else I can add. Again, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to end it there. I hope it's been of benefit to somebody. I hope somebody takes something from it, and I'll look forward to seeing you all another time. Thank you very much. Bye.